Oh, welcome everyone to another video. I know this one's late, given the fact how long ago Mandalorian season 3 ended. But yeah, I'm basically here to review the season 3. Um, give my thoughts on how I felt the season went. Also, happy May the 4th. Got this little I don't even know what company even made this, but little plush toy of Darth Vader here. This one in particular is from the Kenobi show. Got that during my trip to Niagara Falls a couple of a couple of weekends ago. So yeah, but back to the subject of Mandalorian. Um, so pretty much this season 3 was it was interesting. I don't think it was as strong as season 2, to be honest. Mainly because the subplot with that whole spy thing. Ooh, that was awful. Yeah, I think that those those sections of the story in season 3 were not that good. Yeah, I couldn't care less about those episodes. That one episode that was completely dedicated to that was it was pretty bad. Um, I'd say mostly that's the most negative I can say about this season. Um, I did like. I'm not one of these people who disliked um, Bo-Katan's more inclusion with this season, given the fact that this season was mainly about getting pretty much the Mandalorians getting back to working together as being that race again. Um, had the multiple different tribes and um, the other Mandalorians that basically moved away of the old ways. Really come together in order to build, really gain back a home, which they eventually did get. Um, keep forgetting Bill Withers' character, but that planet that they're on, they actually have like a section of that planet is as their own home, right? So that was neat to see. Seeing Bo-Katan become that leader that you know falls around her family with her sister Satine, and she. I remember when she was first introduced in the Clone Wars, following under Vizsla. Um, so yeah, you kind of, if you knew anything about Bo-Katan, especially again if you've seen the Clone Wars, which I heard complaints about the whole, they didn't understand why Bo-Katan was being put in this prominent people. Again, I always see this as a, I always see people make this stupid statement. Star Wars stopped being just a film franchise a long time ago. A long time ago. Their stories have been told in books, video games, TV shows, and they have used a lot of these main characters. So, those of you who just stick to the movies, how are you watching these shows? Like, I don't understand that. You're watching these live action shows, which pulls characters from those other source material, and then gonna complain, oh, I don't know this person, so I feel like the story was told wrong. What? Yeah. Again, a lot of a lot of Star Wars, especially if like these series that they've done, they're gonna go in more detail on these characters more than the movies ever did. The movies was one contained story. Yeah, you had all their subplots, but at the same time, it was one contained story. Whereas a lot of these other shows, it's multiple stories being told. And that's why, again, like, I didn't have an issue with Bo-Katan being and her role in the whole thing because, again, if you know anything about her character, this should not have been a surprise to you. Where she, her determination, how she goes about, bringing together the Mandalorians, like all of that. So, right. So for me, I didn't have an issue with Bo-Katan, especially again at the end of the day, it was still Mando who saved the day. So all those people are trying to say that Mando took a back seat. Yeah, no, no. Even Grogu had a much bigger role in this too. Like a lot of people was literally evolving more than just Mando. Right? Mando, we've had 2 seasons with this man. Right? Now it's the people around him who's now starting to come up as well. That was the big thing with this season. I feel like a lot of the side characters were used a whole lot more this season. Most definitely. That I feel was the big difference with this season than the previous two. Mando was still that dude, but you were starting to see like some people were starting to come up, right? Especially now with the inclusion with you have Luke now in this world. You have Ahsoka who's coming up in August, and so you're gonna have further stories with her. Right, and yeah, Bo-Katan coming into the play, Grogu and his story. We got to see a whole other side to that scene where they show how he escaped from Order 66, and that the actor who played Jar Jar Binks, and it was the Jedi that ended up saving him. I know I saw a lot of people's reaction for the people who knew that was Jar Jar Binks' actor. Was really excited, and a lot of it was like positive reaction, which I like to see, man. I said this before with Hayden Christensen when he came back for Kenobi, playing the character as Anakin/Vader, and you saw the reception he got during Star Wars Celebration. All right, that same positive reaction that he got there, and the man was basically emotional. I'm like, I like seeing that these guys that was working during the prequel era, after all the, the vitriol they received from playing their roles, I like to see that they're now getting a positive reception now. So that's good, man. Especially that the actor who played Jar Jar Binks, he really went through it when people attacked him over his portrayal of Jar Jar. So it's good. It's glad to see that he's getting some positive reaction now. But yeah, that's the big thing with me with this season. A lot of the side characters they had a more bigger role to play with this season. We had some very good coordinated action scenes with the Mandalorians, which it really showed that these guys were a force to be reckoned with when they worked together. They were a real force to be reckoned with, and that's another thing this season showed. And yeah, I feel like that's the major positives I can say with season 3. It's a lot of the side characters got a bigger role in this. Grogu is starting to really grow into his force powers, and he's actually being more intuitive. He uses a droid to actually move around a lot with Mando, so that's interesting. So I'll be interested to see what they do with Grogu with season 4. Same case with Mando. I feel like now they're gonna kind of focus back with those two with season 4, and I think it's gonna be more focused on the growth of Grogu because also by the end of the season, we had Mando actually adopt Grogu as a son. So now Grogu is now essentially an adopted Mandalorian, and soon enough he'll go through the trials. I also wonder if how much of his Jedi training he will do as well. So there's a lot that could be going on with season 4. But yeah, that's kind of my take with season 3. There was a lot of interesting parts with this season. Um, yeah, I just feel like this season was overall was not as strong as season 2, but it was still a good season overall. But yeah, you guys let me know what you guys thought of Mandalorian season 3, and yeah, I'm gonna head out of here. Expect more Star Wars content today. I got a short, well, a couple of shorts I plan to put out today, as well as I have an episode that I've done with Star Wars Jedi Survivor Part 4 will be up later on tonight. Yeah, so look out for that. So yeah, a lot of Star Wars content coming in today. So hopefully you guys check those out. But yeah, I'm gonna head out of here. Before you guys leave this video, don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and share. If you're new to the channel and you like my content, subscribe to the channel. Follow my social medias in the description down below. And yeah, I'll check you guys on these next set of Star Wars videos. Until then, you guys have a good one, and deuces. May the 4th be with you.